server. By default, all the switches are comes up in the VTP server mode. Now we have to specify a name for this particular VTP server. Now let's say domain VTP domain, and I'll say my server as a name. Once this is done, now let's quickly go back and verify whether you are able to see or not VTP status. So you are able to see that the name has been changed from null to my server, and the operating mode is server right now. Let's go ahead and create a VLAN as well. VLAN 10, VLAN 10 name IT, and we will gonna create another VLAN 20 name marketing, let's say, and we will gonna say exit, and let's see show VLAN. You will be able to see that now there are two VLAN has been configured on our VTP server. One is VLAN 10 for the IT team, the another one is for marketing team called VLAN 20. Now let's go to our other switch. Let's convert it to the client side. VTP mode client, and we have to make sure that the ports which we are connected between the switches, they are in the trunk mode. Let's configure the third switch, and then we're gonna move everything to the trunk port. Connect T, and we will gonna say VTP mode transparent, and on the last one we will gonna configure as VTP mode client. Let's go back and make sure that all the connection between the switches, they are in the trunk mode. Either you can go ahead and run a command something like this. int fa 0/1 switch port mode trunk. This is one way of doing it through the CLI option. The other way is you can quickly go to your GUI option and make the changes from here itself. Similarly, we will gonna make the changes on this particular one as well. Let's see, it's corrected at FA01, FA01. FA01 should be in the trunk. Same goes here. FA01 should be in the trunk. FA02 should be in the trunk, because it have two links. One is connected to the server switch, the another one is to the client. For this one, there's only one port need to be in the trunk mode, and let's see whether the VLAN data has been communicating between our server and client switches. So let's say show VTP status. It will gonna take a minute, and once everything is set, you will be able to see that VTP status. It still says client. Let's go to the other one. In the meanwhile, it's still communicating between the switches. Show VTP status. Say it's client. Just want to verify that all the port that we have configured is in trunk mode. Yes, they are in trunk. They are in the trunk mode. And let's go back to our switch one. Sometime it take a while. After some time, you will be able to see that all the VLAN has been synced to your client switches. So let's go back to one of the client switches and see show VTP status. And it takes somewhere about sometime 3 to 4 minutes in order to sync your VTP server to your client switches. So once that is done, you will be able to see that whatever the VLAN that what we have created on our server switch, it will also replicating onto these ports as well. So let's do one thing. Let's assign these ports with VLAN that what we have configured so far. This is FA02, this is FA03. So let's say FA02 goes to VLAN 10 and FA03 goes to VLAN 30, 20. Same way, let's see, we configure this one as well on the other end, FA02 and FA03. So FA02 we are putting it into the VLAN 10, and similarly the FA03 we will be putting into the marketing VLAN. So now once everything is done, you will be